Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We'll be taking around the world of sports this lovely evening. I know Nigerians are still feeling the heat, still feeling that pain a little bit of what happened last night in the African Cup of Nations final between Nigeria and the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. Let's just show the spirit of sportsmanship. Let's look at it as one of those things that happen in football. You win some and you lose some. Just put a hand on your chest and put a smile on your face and tell yourself, yes, well done to the Super Eagles team and well done for being a super fan, because you actually followed them all the way from group stage down to the final. But we can still at least take some cool wine, you know, just to have that that love. It's a good one, because for the very first time we will see this massive support for the Super Eagles. And you know what sports is? Bringing unity. Sports is to unite people, and we can actually see that in Nigerian 200 million plus Nigeria. We came together as one, supporting the cause of the Super Eagles to lift the trophy. But we can just at least take a smile. We came second. 24 countries got there. The likes of Egypt, Senegal, Ghana didn't even get to the semi-final. But here we are, we played the final. So it's a very big one. We are proud of ourselves. We sent Cameroon packing. So look at that and just smile. For taking seconds, it's not an easy one. All right, let's start with this fantastic story. It's boxing. We cannot stop talking about other stories on the program. Let's look at this way where Eddie Hearn, that is the promoter for Anthony Joshua, he said Joshua is ready for a huge fight. And that huge fight is if Usyk and Tyson Fury's fight then happen, Joshua says he's ready to step in and see that that fight actually takes place. If Tyson Fury is not ready, I think Joshua wants to still have another bite against Usyk this time around. And Eddie Hearn coming out to say that Joshua is ready. He has he did so well towards the end part of last year, 2023. That is for Anthony Joshua. He won about 3 of his fights against Elenius and co. And now he say in the year 2024 we are waiting for that big fight. And as it stands right now, if that fight between Usyk to at least to know the ultimate undisputed champion, Anthony Joshua says he's ready to step in that fight and make that fight happen. Let's see how it goes at the end of the day. For definitely this fight between Usyk and Tyson Fury has been on the burner for so long, and the boxing fans all over the world are actually waiting to see this fight happen. Well, myself also speaking to you, I also want to see that fight happen. I want to see the undisputed champion between these two strong boxers. For Alexander Usyk, he's a southpaw fighter, southpaw boxer. And when you southpaw, when we say southpaw, they are those boxers that use their strong hand is always their left. But for the orthodox boxer, their strong hand is their right, which you know, Tyson Fury is an orthodox boxer. For Anthony Joshua, he's also an orthodox boxer. But for southpaw boxers, they are very brutal. The likes of Alexander Usyk, if you remember Muhammad Ali of those days, George Foreman, these are southpaw boxers, because their power fist is from their left side, that's their left hand, which is a very good one. When they hook you with that left fist, you know what it means. But let's see if that fight will not happen. Anthony Joshua says he is ready to step in and make that fight happen between himself and Alexander Usyk. Let's see who is the ultimate undisputed champion between these 3 boxers. All right, let's leave that story and we'll still talk about another Nigerians, another individual sports that they are doing so well in their respective sports, and they have started the year 2024 on a very good note. No other person than Brume and our own Tobi.Amusan, world champion Tobi.Amusan, African champion Tobi.Amusan, Commonwealth champion Tobi.Amusan, in their respective outings over the weekend. Tobi.Amusan did so well in their various events in Lievin France and Houston in United States. For Amusan, she clocked a time of 7.83 seconds to win the women's 6 meters hurdles at the Meeting Lievin in France. And she defeated the likes of Laeticia Bapte, who posted a season best of 7.97 seconds, and Sarah Lavin in a time of 7.98 seconds. So for Tobi Amusan, I think she's blistering at the beginning of 2024, and these are what prepared you for the Olympics. And for Brume, she did so well. She landed a season best of 6.84 meters to win the women's long jump at the Howie Ryan Invitational in Houston, that is United States of America, going fourth on the 2024 season top list. She is now ranked 4th in the top list for the year 2024. So congratulations to Brume and Tobi Amusan for starting the season so well on a very, very good and on a very good note. And it's a good one that these two athletes for Nigeria, they are preparing for the Olympics. You know, in all of these events, you use them as a preparation curve for Olympics, and we know the Olympics will be happening in France, that is Paris 2024. Congratulations to these two great Nigerian athletes. All right, let's leave that story quickly. Let's look at this particular story. It concerns handball. When it comes to handball, also is a sport that we are doing so well. In the 90s, we've been doing so well in the 90s when it comes to handball, but for some time we had to we laid back a bit, and when Sam Ocheho came on board, I think there's a revamp in that federation, and handball has been doing so well. And now the women will be going for the Intercontinental Phase Championship in Uzbekistan later on in the year. But before then, I think 18 players have been invited into camp by Coach Shitu Agbola, who invited 18 players to resume camping ahead of the IHF Women's Trophy Intercontinental Phase in Uzbekistan. The team will commence training in Lagos. Probably, you know, when we say Lagos, you know the venue already. It's at the Rowe Park Sports Center, and that is where all of our national teams for handball, they've been camping, and now the girls also will be camping in that place. Let's look at the invited players. Let's have the full list of the invited players. If that list is ready, let's look at the list of those players that have been invited by Coach Agbola. The list of the players that will be going for this particular competition. All right, if that list is ready, we'll be bringing up to speed. We'll be bringing it on the screen. But it's a good thing that Coach Agbola, as it stands right now, invited 18 players ahead of this tournament. You know, the last time out in Ghana, we did so well, defending champion, and now we'll be going to Uzbekistan with our women. The 18 players, don't forget, will still be trimmed. We'll have to go there with 12 players, so 6 players will be going out of this team at the end of this campaign. So it's not that all of the 18 players will be taken to Uzbekistan. So there's still going to be a lot of reshuffling in the like I said, reshuffling in the team. So it's a good thing that these players will be camping at the Rowe Park Sports Center in Lagos. All right, let's leave that story and quickly look at this. Let's talk about basketball, where our D Tigers, though they got the job done on day one, beating Senegal, but now against the host country Belgium, that is the FIBA Olympics qualifier, they lost to USA. Their last game against Belgium, host country, they also lost. But already they've qualified for the Paris 2024 Olympics by the virtue of beating that is Senegalese in their first game. And now in their game against the Belgians, they lost 78-61 at the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournament. It was a massive crowd, another huge crowd that we witnessed. 11,645 spectators actually watched that game. The host nation put their foot on the gas in the second half and improved to a 2-1 as they sign off for Paris 2024. In the first quarter, Nigeria took the first quarter, but in the second quarter, they say no. They had to take the first quarter and second quarter, and then the last quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and then the last one. They got the job done. They wrapped it up. At the end, it ended 78 to 61 points. 61 points for the Tigers of Nigeria and 78 points for the Belgian ladies who defeated them in their last game. All right, if like I said, if that list, the handball list is ready, we'll be bringing up on the screen. Let's quickly look at, let's go straight to Europe. Still staying in Europe, Belgium is in Europe, though it was basketball. Now let's go to the round leader game. There were games over the weekend in the English Premier League, in the Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga, French Ligue 1. We looked at about two of them on the morning show, that is the EPL and La Liga. But let's look at the other leagues this evening. Let's start with the Italian Serie A, where there were games for Napoli. Is not looking good, and we know Osimhen is with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who also lost last night. His team in Italy, his club team, lost their own. Okay. As it stands right now, let's look at the fixtures. I beg your pardon. Let's look at the Serie A result. Some of the result, though not all the result. Let's look at some of the result. Fiorentina and Frosinone 5-1 thrashing of Frosinone at home. Bologna beat Lecce 4-0. Monza and Hellas Verona played out a goalless draw, and Genoa and Atlanta 4-1 against Genoa. That is Lookman's team, who is doing so well. Lookman did so well in the Nations Cup, though he lost last night, but his club in Italy at least got him a victory, even though he's not there. I believe his heart is with them. 4-1 ended against Genoa, and AC Milan at San Siro beat Napoli, last season champions, 1-0 in the Italian Serie A. Let's look at the Italian Serie A table quickly. Let's see who is still topping. You already know. Inter Milan still remain at the top of the table. They are not lifting their foot off the pedal. Inter continues to lead the pack there with 60 points and 43 goal difference. Look at the goal difference between them and the second position, that is Juventus, who have 22 goal difference to 43 goal difference, and they also have 53 points. That's for Juve. For Inter Milan, 60 points at the top of the table after 23 games. For AC Milan, they have 52 points after 24 games. They have played more games than the first and second position on the table. Atlanta is on the fourth position with 42 points. Bologna fifth with 39 points after 23 games. We have Roma on the sixth position with 38 points. We have Fiorentina on the seventh position with 37 points. Lazio is on the eighth position, 37 points. Napoli is on the ninth position with 35 points. And Torino is on the 10th position with 33 points. Let's look at the flip side of the table quickly. The flip side of the table, Monza is on the 11th position with 30 points and -7 goal difference. Have Genoa on the 12th position, -5 goal difference and 29 points. Lecce, 13th position with 24 points. Frosinone, 14th position with 23 points. And Empoli is on the 15th position with -19 goal difference and 21 points. Sassuolo is on the 16th position with 20 points. Udinese is on the 17th position, 19 points. Verona, that is Hellas Verona, 18. Cagliari, 19. And Salernitana, oh my Salernitana, continues to remain at the bottom of the table with just one. I think that's a mix-up there. It's not 1 point. I think they have more than 1 point on the Italian Serie A table. All right, that is the way it stands on the Italian Serie A table. The big one happened over the weekend in the German Bundesliga. They stamped their foot on the ground and say, yes, it's not just a fluke. Remaining at the top of the table, we know what we want and we are not pushover. That is for Bayer Leverkusen. They beat the almighty Bayern Munich 3-1 at home. Okay, let's start with FC Union Berlin, who beat Wolfsburg 1-0. Borussia Mönchengladbach and Darmstadt 98 played a goalless draw. Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Bochum 1, Augsburg 2, RB Leipzig 2, Werder Bremen 1, and AFC Heidenheim 1846 2, and Bayer Leverkusen, like I said, that's the team of Victor Boniface. This team has not lost any league game. They have not lost in European competition. They have not lost any of their games this season, and they are continuing to wax strong under one man, Xabi Alonso, who has been tipped to be one of the greatest managers we will ever see in the history of football. And he's managing Bayer Leverkusen, the team of Boniface. We miss Boniface so much in the AFCON. If we had Boniface on our side with Victor Osimhen, I think every defense in this AFCON would have gotten it hot from us, though Victor Osimhen tried his best. For Victor Boniface, he was injured and he could not be part of the party in Côte d'Ivoire. But his team did so well over the weekend, beating Bayern Munich 3-0 to extend that lead at the top of the table. Now let's look at the standing. Now Bayer Leverkusen remain at the top of the table with 55 points. 5-point gaps now they have opened between them and Bayern Munich, who is second with 50 points. Stuttgart third with 43 points. Borussia Dortmund is fourth with 40 points. RB Leipzig is fifth with 37 points. Eintracht Frankfurt sixth with 32 points. We have Freiburg seventh with 28 points. Hoffenheim is on the 8th position with 27 points. FC Heidenheim 27 points on the 9th position. And then we have Werder Bremen on the 10th position with 26 points. Let's look at the flip side of the table. We have 18 teams standing. Augsburg is on the 11th position, 23 points. Wolfsburg also on the 12th position with 23 points. Borussia Mönchengladbach is 13th with 22 points, minus 5 goal difference. Bochum 14th position with 22 points. Union Berlin is on the 15th position, 21 points. FC Cologne is on the 16th position with 16 points. And Mainz 05, 17th position with 12 points. And then Darmstadt 98 is on the 18th position with minus 27 points, and then they have a minus 27 goal difference and 12 points. All right, let's go straight to the French Ligue 1 also, where actions went down over the weekend. We had some action in French Ligue 1. Paris Saint-Germain, though, continue to remain at the top of the table. Let's go look at some results of the French Ligue 1. We have Le Havre 0, Rennes 1, Clermont Foot 1, Brest 1, Lorient 2, Reims 0, Toulouse 1, Nantes 2. That is the team of Moses Simon. We have Montpellier 1, Lyon 2. Also, we have Gift Orban, who is in that team. We have Nice 2, and Monaco 3 for Lyon. I think after sacking their coach, they've been doing so well under the new gaffer. Let's look at the table of the French Ligue 1 quickly before we go away from the show. We have PSG remaining at the top of the table with 50 points, 33 goal difference. Nice is second with 39 points. We have Monaco, who is third with 38 points. We have Brest fourth with 37 points. Lille 35. We have 35 points. Fifth position. Lens is sixth with 35 points. And Strasbourg 10th with 25 points. Let's look at the flip side of the table. Let's look at the flip side of the table. We have Le Havre, who is on the 11th position with 24 points. We have Nantes 12th position, 22 points. We have Lyon, who are gradually pushing up. Lyon was at the position where Clermont Foot is now. Now they have pushed to the 12th position with 22 points and minus 10 goal difference. We have Lyon 13th position. We have Toulouse on the 14th position with 20 points. Montpellier 15, 19 points. Lorient 16 with 19 points. Mainz 17th position with 17 points, a perfect one. 18th position is Clermont Foot with 16 points and minus 18 goal difference. That is how teams stand in the French Ligue 1. PSG continue to lead the pack, 50 points. They are way ahead of the second position in that league. All right, before we go quickly, let's have some fixtures for today. Chelsea will be playing Crystal Palace in the English Premier League. That game will be coming up as Selhurst Park. Hodgson has said the fans have abandoned them when things are not going so well for them. Now let's see if the fans will actually make a U-turn and give their support to that team when they welcome Chelsea to Selhurst Park. That is the English Premier League. In the Spanish La Liga, we have Almeria, who will be playing the second athletic club, that is Athletic Bilbao, also in the La Liga. And then in the Italian Serie A, we have Juventus against Udinese. All those games will be coming up tonight in La Liga, in the English Premier League, and then in the Italian Serie A. And that is where we will leave it on this. Okay, quickly let's look at this story. Is a sad one for the Kenya athlete who has been tipped for a great things to happen when it comes to the world of athletics, Kevin Kipton, who lost his life in by auto crash, himself and his coach. And then for the Sebastian Coe, head of the athletics, that is athletics anti-doping federation, that is for the world, has sent their condolences to Kenya Federation and every other and to his family member. Our heart from Sports Update on Trust TV is also with the family of Kipton, who has been tipped for great things. Already he has been listed to run among the athletes that will be participating in the Paris 2024 Olympics for Kenya. Though it's a sad one, I think another big one in the world of sports and athletics have lost a rare gem. All right, that is where we leave it on the show this evening, Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. We'll just leave you with some highlights of the AFCON 2023, the best dribbles that happened in the group stage.